Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing on a okay Tuesday here in New York City? Not as cold, finally. I mean, we can't go outside in our shorts or bathing suits yet, but we're getting there a little bit at a time. Maybe another 2 months will be we can actually maybe go outside with a sweater. But no, it's been rough. It's been a little rough this year, and hopefully it'll keep getting a little bit better than this because it's been rough. And I know a lot of not only New York but all over the place between ice and more snow, and we dodged a bullet this past weekend, and hopefully there's not another one coming. So we'll see how it goes. But welcome everyone to another edition of NY Yankee Mania at 11:30. We're going to have a very special guest, Allie Thunstrom from USA Hockey. She's amazing. Her story, her journey is fantastic. So it's going to be great talking a little hockey in the women's division. I think it's awesome and important for anybody out there any woman that's looking to get into a little hockey as they keep growing. It's a popular sport in the women's division too. So, that's great. Good morning, Sean Browning. How you doing?
Hey, good morning. I'm doing all right. How are you? And then, how are you guys in the chat?
What was that?
I said, how are the guys in the chat?
Yeah, how are the guys in the chat? Bronx Bomber starts us off with, let's see, let's put it up on the screen. 3 inches of ice on my front step. I had somebody remove it for me. I couldn't do it. Okay. Thank God you didn't do it. No reason for you to do it. And period. So we have, I'm glad that you're okay. Ken from the Yankees Ugly Truth is here. How you doing, Kenneth? How's everything? The kids, I hope, got off to school okay, and everybody's back to work where you are. I know you had a little bit more snowfall. I hope everything is cool, and I hope you guys didn't shovel too hard. So we appreciate everybody that's here in the chat. We have Bob, we have Richmond Valley Pharmacy, we have Teresa, Ava. How you doing, guys? How's everybody doing? I hope you get ready for the questions for Allie. She has a great story, great career, and just looking forward to seeing, how she took this path into USA Hockey. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Sean, we've got a lot going on this week, along, obviously with today's show, and we will see what happens later on. If the Yankees make a move, we may have a show a little bit later on with Nitin coming on with an update from day 2 of the Super Bowl. So of course that's going on, guys. Tomorrow, what a day! So no morning show tomorrow, guys, but at 4:00 we're going to have an incredible umpire for over 30 years, Phil Cuzzy, and that's going to be a great show. We're gonna ask him a lot of questions. What he thinks about now the balls and the strikes. What he thinks about extra innings. How has baseball changed from when he started 30 years ago? So, and get your questions ready. There is a link there, guys. You can go there, have your questions ready. Like this will be very easy for us to pop this up for you. So that, that would be good. And then right after that, after we have some dinner, Howie Carpin will be coming on with us. The experience he has in covering the New York Yankees, the Rangers. He's with Sirius Radio now. He's been with everywhere, you name it. He's been, and he's also an official scorer. So he's been everywhere. So we're going to have him. And then we go into Thursday. Thursday's another one where we're going to have a show at 7:00. And again, more than likely, there will not be a morning show, but I will keep tuned to that. We'll let you know. So we're going to have that with so many things going on. And then the kicker is 8 o'clock when we have Chef Nick and Caterina Michio talking about wonderful recipes that you can put on the table and make different for the Super Bowl. So a lot going on, everyone. And instead of now these chatters, I want to go in here into the stream. Let's see what's cooking. Let's see. Frozen pipes for 3 days, nosebleed. Wow, sorry to hear that. What is going on? Are they taking care of it? What's the latest on that nosebleed? Just be very careful with those darn pipes. Please, by all means. He follows up. Sean Browning, what? Sean Browning, no bathrooms were rough. At least kitchen sink worked. Okay, that's good. At least you were able to get that. We're happy about that, nosebleed. But prayers are with you, and hopefully you get back to normal. This darn weather would go up past 30 degrees for a change. That would help. Bronx, yeah. It's different here in Clarksville, Tennessee. Someone came and did it free for me. There are a lot of good people to help people. Awesome. Now that's great.
Yeah,
that is great.
Well, Ken was saying there's a lot.
Go ahead.
No, Ken was saying there's a lot of elderly folks around where he's at, so he was shoveling for them.
Trust me, I'm not charging anyone. My boys are all grown men, and I'm doing the Lone Ranger for snow removal and salt and de-icing. That's awesome. Back to nosebleed. Pipes finally started working. Yay! Contract. I think it's one that's the one that did it. So that's cool.
The negative one.
Yeah, no, it's been a rough winter, man. They said we were going to have a rough winter, and we definitely are having a rough winter. So, we got to take it a little bit at a time. But if he's ready, can I get a thumbs up there, mystery guy? If you're ready, can I have a thumbs up if you can hear me? I don't know if he can hear me. Well, we do have a mystery guy down here, but I'm still waiting. Hello, can you hear me? Live TV. Yes, no, maybe. Now he can hear me. Well, guess what, folks? Let's see. Tonight, it is 8 a.m. where this gentleman is right now. He called me up when it was 5 o'clock over there. I don't know what on earth he was doing up at that time. But let's bring him up, the one, the only, Nathan from the house.
Hey.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Heading to a golf event this morning. So.
Oh wow! Well, tell us the first day. What went on? First of all, how are you doing? How are you feeling? And tell us about your first day.
Yeah, great. Feeling great. And first day yesterday was nice, and getting obviously reuniting with all the players that we know and work with, and seeing the Seahawks and Patriots players all pumped up, ready to go is nice. And there's a lot of people there yesterday at the first opening night for this Super Bowl, so it was great. And then today, obviously, the golf tournament, golf outing, and then later tonight, another party to go to. So a lot of things going on at once here. So
what a shame. He's going to play golf. Are you playing golf or you just watch?
No, I'm not playing golf. We're helping out with the event.
Oh, okay.
And some of our clients are playing in it. So I got
yeah. Well, we want to see some pictures. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. I posted some pictures from last night already. If you saw,
I know you're with the cheerleaders, and it's so funny, man. Is there anybody that you're taller than? Even the women are bigger than you. I don't understand.
I might be taller than Guillermo.
Yeah, you might be. I mean, you might be.
I mean, Kevin Hart might. You might be taller than Kevin Hart.
I'm trying to see who saw it, me or Kevin Hart. I gotta find out.
Arnold from Different Strokes. He might be taller
What's
than
going
us.
on, Willis?
But
Huh?
no, yeah, right.
Yeah.
What you talking about, Willis?
What are you talking about, Billy?
What are you talking about, Willis? Hey,
What's up, everyone in the chat?
The way he's situated, Sean. You know what he looks like now?
Ooh.
Rosario of the New York Yankees.
Really?
Yeah, he looks
Wow.
a little
Rosario.
like Rosario right now. You always look like somebody different. I don't know about you. You know, really. Well, let's see. Ken is saying hello. I don't see Nathan either. Wonder what is going on.
Oh.
Ooh. There we go. There we go.
And if you guys haven't already seen Ken's short from Yankees The
Yeah,
Ugly Truth this
Yeah, go
morning,
check out Ken Short. Yep.
Yeah, it was excellent. As always, he's dropping these wonderful shorts, and no, it's not to wear, so
Hey
don't get
guys,
excited.
everybody in the chat, guys, get your questions ready for a client, Allie Thunstrom. She's really looking forward to it, and guys, make sure. Did anybody send any questions, Joe, for her, or not yet?
And not yet, but they will. I haven't looked in the email yet, but I'm going to do that in a couple of minutes. Let's see. Plumber said that they couldn't do anything with frozen pipes. Oh, wow.
Oh,
wow.
Well, they're getting better now, so just keep whatever the hot water, and you should be going back to normal. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, can it go over 30 degrees? I mean, it's ridiculous now.
Yeah.
And they are talking for a little snow over the weekend, but nothing. Actually, the snow that'll fall will probably melt some of the snow that we already have. So it's actually not a bad thing sometimes. But
Sometimes.
yeah, I don't
But then
know.
you can have a snowball fight with mixed
We could have a
slush
snowball fight at the Super Bowl. That'll be fun. So
if there's snow in Santa Clara, California, there's a problem.
yeah. And then Joe Sherman this morning had said that before the Yankees got Bellinger, they were heavily in on Luis Robert. What do you think about that?
No,
right?
Yeah,
No,
I'm glad that we got Bellinger. They got Bellinger back. So
yeah, I think fans would have really been complaining.
what's up, Charles?
But also the Giants have a new hire in the NFL.
Yep, Matt Nagy is offensive coordinator.
Yep.
On the Chiefs. Yep, that's a good hire.
Yeah, that's a good hire, and then he actually can call kind of plays. But then again, how much Harbaugh's gonna control the playbook?
Listen, a lot of things that the Jets and the Giants do in the offseason are good. The problem is they stink during the season.
Yeah.
So
but then also,
I mean, can you get any worse than those two teams? I mean, really, no offense to anybody, but really.
Yeah, I caught up with our guy Tommy DeVito. He was happy to see us, and he's obviously looking forward to trying to get a championship this year. So.
Yeah. Well, and then there's somebody else that used to be in New York as well. He had quite the press conference, I'll tell you that. Sam the Ham Darnold.
Yep, they showed it live on NFL Network. All the stuff. So.
Yeah, but no, I was laughing when the guy in the press thing got him to wear that ham hat. That was.
What have you seen the groups from ESPN and everybody like that, or what?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep.
They're all setting up now.
I was with I was hanging out. I was talking to Adam Schefter yesterday for a little bit. And then Schefter was there. Yeah. Who else was Ian Rappaport? A whole bunch of people. Yep.
What about the other legend that started ESPN?
Who?
Chris Berman.
Yeah, I haven't seen him yet. And then Jay Adonde was there. Tony Dungy.
Okay, Tony Dungy. Yeah, well, I mean, because NBC's they're hosting it or calling it whatever you want to call it, covering it. So he's
Yeah.
gonna be a part of the pregame ceremony.
Yeah.
Well, Charles is saying, Joe, I'm leaving because you keep dissing my team. Laugh out loud. The Giants, the Giants, the Giants. No, I know you do. We kid around with you, but well, you know what, Charles? How you keep me quiet? Let the Giants win a few games, and I'll leave them alone. How's that?
You watch them have a 10 game winning season.
Hey guys, don't forget tonight's a Pro Bowl too. So
I'm surprised they didn't have it on Sunday.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a heavy week. And what did you think? What did you think about the Donovan trade from the Cardinals to the Mariners?
I kind of like it.
Yeah, you like it?
I like that trade, and I think the Rays got a good player, and then obviously the Cardinals got a whole bunch back. So it's a good trade for all three teams. That's a win-win trade, and Brandon Donovan will bring something to the Mariners too.
Yeah.
Now, earlier before we went on the air, we had a comment from I think it's Over, and he said that Steve Phillips says the Red Sox should call the Nationals and trade for C.J. Abrams. If that happens, the game is over. The Red Sox get him, and they win. I don't believe. I mean, he's an okay player, but he's not. He's not much of a game changer. I don't see that. Believe me, if he was really, really that good, the Yankees might even try for him themselves. So
Yeah.
but he lacks a few things that I think a lot of teams are scared about. So I don't know.
Right.
We'll see. Well, I'm not sure.
Also, I mean, much respect to Steve Phillips. I know he's been a GM, and he's a broadcaster. But I don't know if the Nationals are really ready to depart with C.J. Abrams, and or that he's really that great of a player. He still needs to progress. But yeah, I mean,
Hey
Steve
Joe.
Phillips.
Yeah.
Hey Joe, I gotta drop. My CEO is calling, and then I'll add me back when she comes on to surprise her.
Okay. Just come back to the bottom, and I'll add you on. All right. Good luck.
All right.
Right. Well, that was nice of Nitin to come on a few minutes before our special guest Allie will come on. So so we were talking about that. I don't know. It's shaping up. I think it's going to be a very, very interesting spring training for the Yankees. I really do. Because look at all the intrigue. You got first base in Ben Rice and the Mexican kid. So you got that going, Thomas. Then you have what's going to happen with catching. I know that Wells he's on a mission. He's on a mission to really have a great year this year, offensively and defensively. So that's going to be good. We know what we're going to get out of Chaz Chisholm. And the thing with Chaz is, if he would tune it down a little bit, his numbers may go even higher.
Yeah,
but he's a little bit of a hothead.
Well, he goes into those free swing modes, and he tends to stay in them longer than they need to. But if he just was a gap to gap hitter, or he focused on hitting gap to gap, his numbers would go up hugely. Yeah, they would go up quite a bit all around. Well, and that's the problem with a lot of these guys. They get obsessed with the launch angle. They get obsessed with free swinging because they wanna hit the home runs, go for the fireworks early. But you do a lot more damage going for gaps.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with you. So here we go. So we're looking at second base now. Shortstop is going to be interesting because obviously Jose, Rosario, and Cabrera are going to fight it out. My early indications tell me that Jose is going to win that battle, only because Rosario he's just not a great shortstop. Otherwise, he'd be playing shortstop. But he's a very good hitter. He's a very, very good hitter against lefties. So, obviously he's going to be on the bench. What an improvement from last year. So I think Jose Cabrera, I think, is going to be missed at everything unless they trade him. If they trade him, that's another story. It wouldn't surprise me. Although a switch hitter is not easy to come by, and Nitin is back.
Yeah, something. The caller got disconnected. He's on another call. So
okay, either that or he was just saying, Nitin, do a good job and hurry up and come home. Just kidding. But no, so we're talking around the infield, Nathan, that spring training itself is just going to be crazy. We covered first base. We don't know what's going to happen. Austin Wells declares that he's really striving to have a very big year. We don't have to worry about the outfield. We know that outfield is tremendous. So, there's nothing bad to say about that. Third base, we have a vacuum cleaner, but McMahon, they've been working with McMahon in the offseason to try to change some of the swing and get more of an average. So that I would like. If we could juice him up to 250, 255, that's like hitting a jackpot. Now Charles brings up a good person here. What do you guys think about Ty France?
I like that idea for first base.
But do you like it? Do you like him a better right-handed hitter than Randall Gritchen?
I know. I will take Randall Gritchen. The Yankees can sign both on 1 year deals.
You're lucky they go for one more guy. We're lucky we're going for one more guy. You want two guys.
But Ty France would be nice for first base for sure.
Yeah,
go ahead, Sean.
Well, he'd be nice to have, especially defensively. The problem is we got like 5 people for that position, or 5 people that can play that position. We got Ben Rice. We got.
Yeah, but they want Ben Rice as catcher most likely too. So
okay, well, we got Nick Torres. We got Seth Brown. Well, we traded away TJ Rumfield, but and then the other guys are Cody Bellinger, but he'll probably most likely be in left field or center field for the year. But then you also got Oswaldo Cabrera, and I think Rosario is another guy that can play first.
Yep.
So, it's nice having all that depth, but then at the same time, because there's also talk too about us doing a trade package for Ryan and Jeffries from the Twins.
Yeah. I think that's a long shot, but it might be okay. I don't know. I think it's a long shot, to be honest with you. But
they could have been listening to Nitin, and they're like, "Oh, that's a good idea."
Yeah, but if you listen to Nitin or anybody he interviews, they get traded. So I'm afraid. Just kidding. And then it comes down to the same old thing. What do you do with Dominguez, and what do you do with Spencer Jones? That's the question. We're not hearing Nitin.
Hold on.
Nitin, is with. Now we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
I think they're still going to trade Dominguez, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yes.
if they can get the right offer. That's for sure. So hey, that's why I said that Minnesota Twins is the right package for them.
Right. The other thing is this. I think they view Spencer Jones as being a year away. So basically, or unless injuries happen and they want to bring him up sooner this year. But when Grisham walks after the season, Spencer Jones is probably who in their mind they're going to be the starting center fielder. But Dominguez, it's either trade him now, don't send him to the minors, because then that's going to just tank the whole trade, whatever number he got, and either trade him or have him as your everyday outfielder, or not
Now,
everyday outfielder, but like your number 4 outfielder.
now Charles is saying this right-handed catcher that the White Sox got rid of yesterday, Drew Romeo. He has a right-handed catcher option let go by the White Sox. I know he's good defensively, but you know what? We don't have to worry about framing too much anymore, guys, because now you're going to have the ABS system, so you don't have to worry too much about that. You don't have to be, concentrate on throwing people out. You don't have to worry about framing, because if the hitter doesn't like the pitch, they're gonna tap their head, and we're gonna find out if it's a ball or strike anyway. So I think the art of framing is going to go by the boards little by little. You believe that, Sean?
No, I believe that's going to be, it's going to start little by little, because that's going to be a challenge to it. So let's say they think the catcher kind of stole a strike there. It gets reviewed and it either gets overturned or not. So, it's just a little extra novelty in the game. But what a lot of these catchers should focus more on, instead of just the pitch framing, is having that quick pop time. Like Austin Wells should be focusing on that part.
Yeah.
I mean,
I got a good feeling. I got a good feeling about Austin Wells this year. I really do. There's something about it. Guys, our star of the show, I believe, is down below, and if she gives us a thumbs up, we're gonna. All right, Allie. All right, everyone, let's get ready. And we also have a little surprise for Allie at the start of this interview. And let's bring her up. Very excited for this interview. What a story! What a person! And what an athlete. So let's bring up Allie. I like calling her by her first name. How you doing,
That's
Allie?
perfect.
Welcome.
Hey, Allie, how you
Great,
been?
thank you. Thank you so much.
So
How you been, Allie? Thank you for joining Joe and Sean. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but I gotta drop because I'm in San Francisco. But yeah, Allie, thank you again for joining them. You guys are gonna enjoy her. And guys in the chat, ask some questions for Allie, man. She's such an inspiration. And the first time I connected with her was 4 or 5 years ago, and now she's doing amazing things and played for Team USA women's hockey. And what an unbelievable story. I'm glad that I've connected with her, and she's, like I said, amazing, inspiring, and she's changed. The women's hockey league is changing the game of sports right now, in my opinion. So,
and we're
Thank
glad
you.
about that.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Totally.
but yeah, Joe, I'll see you guys later, and then
Yes,
enjoy
Nathan,
the show.
thank you so much, and thank you for bringing her on.
Yeah, see you,
We'll
Allie.
take good care
Thank
of her, I promise.
Yep.
Take care.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nathan. All right, Allie. So, first of all, welcome to NY Mania. First, I know we're a month already into the year, but how was your holiday season? How was family-wise, friends, everything? Did you have a good holiday going into 2026?
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't ask for much more. Got a lot of really good quality time with family. We're a little bit cold. We had the big cold snap where we were -50 for an entire week. So glad to see that things are warming up a bit. But overall, it was really good. How about you?
Not bad here in New York. Wasn't too bad. It's been quite cold right now, but the last couple of nights we had 2 degrees, 1 degree. That's very rare, but now it's like 30, so we can go outside to celebrate. We want to put shorts on, bathing suit.
Exactly.
We're good. I had to. I
Or for
have to
the
tell you
bear
something.
pun.
Yeah, I have to tell you something. You look exactly like the picture that I put up. A very nice picture of you
Oh, thank you.
in our thumbnail, and my God, it looks like that you just came live from that picture. You look awesome. So
Thank you very much.
You do. So let's get started. And I'm not gonna go back all the way to you were 1 year old, but what I do want to ask you is what made you do this wonderful thing that you're doing now? When did you know? When did you feel it that you could play hockey, make a difference, and make your dreams come true? Let everybody know how you got started.
Yeah, I think a lot of it I have to give credit to my older brothers, unfortunately. Not that I love to give them all the credit in the world, but really they started. I remember we had a park by our house and you would just go out and play. And being the younger sister, I wanted to do everything that my brothers did. And being brothers, they said you can't play unless you can keep up with us. And so that kind of was my challenge and where I really gained love for it. And then, having to play with them and their older friends, I think that's really what kind of kickstarted my journey. And then I just fell in love with being on the ice, and everything that hockey has brought into my life has been so incredible and wonderful. But I'd say where I really thought this could be something that I was able to play professionally in and then, shift into some national team type things was probably early high school. And that's where you really started to see the women's game kind of take off and a lot more respect being added to that. And, a lot more college programs were getting added at that point. And that was really probably the point where it was like, wow, this really could be something that I get to do for longer than just high school.
Wow, that's awesome. So take us into ice skating and all of that. You had no fear at all. You just went on the ice and went, "Hey, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to be a hockey." That mindset. How did you know? I mean, because I'm Butterfingers. When it comes to the ice, you can forget. My nieces are doing it. My younger nephews. Oh, they're all doing it. Forget about it. But I would love to learn. So maybe if you ever come to New York, you could teach me.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to. But yeah, I think there's definitely something with age there, because when I was younger, I had no fear, which, right or wrong, maybe I should have had a little bit more, but nothing fazed me. Going full speed and crashing into the boards was fun. But I do remember after college, I did start speed skating competitively. And when I started on short track, the boards come up pretty quickly, and I had a very healthy dose of fear going into the corners there. So I think it is definitely something that maybe as we get a little bit older and wiser, that fear starts to come back. But when I was younger, I thought it was the most fun thing in the world, and it didn't faze me one bit to, be going into the corners or making a tight turn close to the wall. So it definitely, I think, helps coming up with that lack of fear while you're learning.
So while you learn, okay, so what is your goal at this point? I don't know, you're 12, 13, whatever age you are. Mm-hmm. What is your goal? What did you want to really accomplish? Was it the Olympics? Was it going into college, Boston College or something like that? What was your actual goal?
I think at that point, when I was probably 10, 11, 12, I still didn't quite understand the world. So I thought I was going to grow up and go to the NHL. It didn't really phase. Like I didn't, have that understanding at that age that wasn't how the world worked. And so I think that at that point was still like, well, I'm going to do it. And, Mania, who played for Tampa Bay as a goalie, that was right around that era. And so it was something that you saw and could see in your future, but definitely wanted to play for the national team, make it to an Olympics, and represent my country was always something kind of in the back of my mind as well.
Now you do have a quick question here from Teresa. Mm-hmm. She asked, first of all, thank you for being on the show. You're a big inspiration. Growing up, who was your favorite hockey team, and who was your favorite player?
My favorite player of all time was Pavel Bure. I absolutely loved him. I wanted to emulate my game after him. I'd say my favorite team was probably the Avalanche. We didn't get the Wild in Minnesota until I was in 7th or 8th grade.
Okay.
So I really enjoyed watching Forsberg and Sakic and kind of that play. And then we also played against, at one point, Patrick Waugh's son. So that just kind of all culminated into finding it really fun to watch the Avalanche while I was growing up before the Wild became a team.
Well, great.
Wow.
Well, thank you for the question, Teresa. Sean, go ahead.
Yes. So we noticed you had quite the resume of the in the international competition, both in the cups and the and then the Olympic. You competed on hockey, and then also you tried to go with the speed skating. Could you take us back onto preparing for these international competitions, and what's it like representing as an athlete your country? And
Yeah, it's an incredible experience for sure. You know, these teams are so hard to make, and there's so many, top level players. I think when you start to look at, there's the part where you're just feeling kind of an immense amount of pride, and then realizing, you look at the numbers and there's thousands of girls playing hockey across the United States, and to be in consideration for one of those spots is just really incredible, and kind of you feel very thankful and grateful. But then there's the pressure to perform and to succeed, and you are representing your country and all of the other players that want to be in that spot. So it's definitely a really fun and rewarding experience, but there's that immense sense of pride and wanting to do really well and kind of make the most of the experience that kind of drives all of the off ice and making sure you're putting yourself in the best position.
Now, when you're doing something like that, though, Allie, did you ever wake up and say, "Oh my God, I'm representing my country"? I mean, is this for real? Like just hit yourself a little bit on the face. Is this really true? And you got to be so. First of all, we're very proud of you. That's
Thank you.
But you have to. There's got to be an inner sense, and you should be proud. You should like. Hold that head up high, which I know you do. I could see that. How does that make you? How do you feel waking up and knowing that the next day or that day you're going to be playing for USA or even a big college or, something that's going to make a difference? What's the mindset? What do you go by? I mean, are you nervous?
Yeah.
Do you eat breakfast? Do you call your best friend? What do you do?
Yeah, I think there's definitely, we were just kind of talking about it. I went to the Wild game last night, and it was just kind of bringing back those memories. But I think the biggest one is, I think back to, when I was younger and growing up, and you would go to NHL games and you would go to these, but I never saw the girls. And so I think where I come to it from is like, how cool is this to be able to be on this stage and be in front of a sold out crowd, and whether it's representing my country or the Whitecaps or BC, whatever it was, and just say, wow, like how cool is this that I get to be in the shoes of, what my heroes were, and watching Pavel Bure and watching Forsberg and Sakic and, wanting to be them, thinking of how special it is to be in a position that maybe some younger players are looking to me and saying, that's what I want to be, and I want to play like her. And having that be a reality now is probably the most special part of it, and something that I will cherish for, the rest of time. And of course there are the nerves the second you get on the ice and you see the crowd, but once you're out there, I think all of that noise somehow kind of goes away, and you're just really focused on what you're doing. But there are definitely a lot of those moments where it's like, wow, I never quite thought this was a possibility, and here it is. And now we get to be that face for the next generation to want to emulate and look up to, and get to experience that as well.
Well, that was my one of my questions before I turn it over to Sean is, now I know you're still playing, and I'm sure you're playing at a great level, but when that time comes that you say, you know what, I want to go out a winner. Are you interested in, number one, coaching, How about refereeing, or you want to be an announcer? Anything to do with hockey? What are your goals for the future, or are you ready to maybe think about that yet, or you're putting that aside? What is going on for Allie down the line?
Yeah, I'd say I definitely have already kind of started the transition a bit. I'm still playing competitively on the USA bandy team and things like that, but I've been doing a ton of coaching, and I think that has been just so rewarding to have a part in some of these players' development and watch them kind of reach these milestones and have these opportunities, and anything I can do to kind of help them level up and get to where they want to go has been just really awesome and encouraging to be part of. So I think that is definitely where I'll spend more of my time moving forward. I have done a little bit of the broadcasting side of things, and I do find that very fun as well. But
Can you honestly do a broadcast game?
I've done the color commentary for the Minnesota Girls State High School Tournament, and I've done the booth as well. So the in-between periods kind of analysis, things like that. So those are really fun and exciting things to do. But we'll see where the future goes.
Yeah, it sure sounds very promising. Sean, go ahead.
Yeah. So we noticed also that you tried to transition to speed skating,
Yeah,
in the hopes of making the Olympics. How was that transfer from you're playing hockey all these years to now you're doing the speed skating?
Yeah, it was very interesting, and the transition is not as smooth as I would have thought it was. They're very different skating styles. I think going into it, I thought it would be kind of, like riding a bike, and I'd walk into it and things would be very simple, and that was definitely not the case. So I had a very big learning curve. I actually, one of my funnier stories with that is I had gone to a camp the summer I started speed skating, and I was the oldest person there by probably 10 years. And I didn't have the technique down. So typically, like when you're watching really good speed skaters, if people fall, it's in the corners when they're getting really low, maybe jockeying for position, whatever it is. And I was full on face planting in the middle of the straightaway because of the length of the blade. And, with hockey, we're used to being up on our toes and kind of going that way. Well, the blade is there. So I would just tumble. And there was, I think, maybe a 7-year-old, and they tapped their dad and said, "Ooh, why does she keep falling like that?" So it was just like very humbling. And somehow I ended up sticking with it and started, kind of making my way through the speed skating realm and competing. But it got to a point before Olympic trials in 2018 that I had to stop skating on hockey skates for probably the better part of a year, because the bit transition back and forth would just kind of really get at my technique, and it would take me 3-4 practices to get back to where I was. So it was a very fruitful journey, something I never really anticipated growing up. And I looked at it when I first started doing it, these were the parts of practice as a hockey player that we didn't really enjoy, skating without a puck and all of the conditioning, but it ended up being a really awesome journey, and one that I wish I had started a little bit earlier, but overall it was incredible.
Wow. Oh, wow. And I guess a lot of guys in the chat are having a lot of good questions. Would you like to hear some of them?
Yeah, sure.
Yep, we got one right here from Bronx Bomber. What is your biggest thrill in hockey?
I'd say my biggest one, it's a toss-up between like the Isabel Cup playoffs in the NWHL PHF when we won in overtime to go to the final, and then when we did win the Isabel Cup playoffs. But I'd say probably the one that I go back to is at Boston College when we beat Dartmouth in double overtime to go to our very first Frozen Four. That was a very surreal experience, being the underdog at their rink and making it to our first Frozen Four was pretty incredible.
Wow. We have another one here. Allie, how did you get interested in hockey?
Mostly my brothers and kind of watching it. My mom, I will say, was not a fan of me joining hockey.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Why. Let me tell you. getting hit in the head,
Yeah.
bashed in the boards,
all of it. And
mashing. Yeah, I know.
exactly. And when I was
Perfect.
growing up, girls hockey was very in its kind of infancy. So there were mostly only boys teams. So all of that combined with, I was small. So, you know, I was going up to the waist of some of these boys. And so she tried to sign me up for ringette when I started saying I wanted to play hockey. And I still have, you know, you keep the pictures of all of your sports through the years. And
Mhm.
I was a very smiley young kid. And then there's one picture and it's my ringette photo. And I just have this scowl on my face because I wanted to play with a puck. And that wasn't what my mom signed me up for. So,
Yeah, I think she just
Yeah.
wanted you to
yeah,
prom and
You know.
bake ziti and all of that good stuff.
exactly.
But you
Yeah.
listen, you followed your dream,
Mhm.
and that is totally amazing. Now I have a great nephew who is just possessed. He wants to be a New York Ranger. He's 6 years old. He's 7 years old. Going to be 7. And I think and the mom, my niece, she taught figure skating and all kinds of stuff like that. And I just want to ask you, is it the right method to first learn how to skate? The right, just regular. Then you go into the back, going backwards, going forward, going to the sides, and all of that, and then bringing him into a little bit of a game man. Do you think that's the right way, instead of just throwing everything at the young boys or the young
Yeah,
girls?
it's something we've had a lot of conversations in, especially, you know, conversations in what the grassroots development model looks like. And I think for me personally, my opinion is definitely getting a basis on skates before going into game situations and stuff like that is a much better experience, because I've seen a lot of kids that do sign up for like a might level program or a beginning, and you have kids that have been skating for years and then, you know, they're skating circles around them, and that's not a great experience necessarily. I mean, sure, some kids will thrive in that and see it as a challenge and it'll push them, but having the basics of at least skating forward, I wouldn't say you necessarily need the backwards part yet because most of them are learning at that, but if they've never been on skates and don't have balance or, you know, the very initial, I think it can go in the negative where they end up really not liking it because they're watching kids around them, you know, being able to do some of those things, and it leads to a less than ideal kind of circumstance.
When I told his name is Grayson, when I told Grayson you were coming on, he goes, "Oh, what time?" And because he's in, I think, second grade. I can't keep up with all the grades, but he said to me, "I want to see the interview. I want to say hello. I want to say hello." So I promised Grayson that if you could just say hi to him. He is probably the biggest hockey personnel that I've ever seen in my life. And he said, "Oh, I want to hear. Could you ask her if I'm doing the right thing, going backwards, going forward?" So if you could just say something to him, he'll be thrilled out of his mind.
Absolutely. Hi, Grayson. You're doing great with all of your skating. Keep up the hard work. Keep working on your edges. Those are really important. Work on your forward skating, your backward skating. Work on your puck handling, but you keep working hard and you can go wherever you want to go and wherever your dreams take you. And stay in school. Make sure you pay attention in school.
And take your vitamins.
And your vitamins. Don't forget your vitamins.
What are we, Hulk Hogan now? The spoken of Hogan here? But
Hey.
No, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
He'll absolutely flip. Because we saw there are some different types of videos for you. So so you could see that, and he was like, "Oh my God, are you kidding?" When you see somebody love it, that's why I know he's going to make it. Somehow he's going to get somewhere. But I told him, don't get your roots up at the Rangers because you could be drafted by anybody. So you don't want that. As long as I get the first interview, that's all I want.
That's right.
But But yeah, no. I see something interesting here. So your favorite place to visit is Rome. How did you get to Rome?
So my mom and I just went there in August. So she had dreamed of going to Rome for years. She wanted to see the Vatican. She wanted to see all the history, the ruins. So it had just been something that she has been talking about since I was very little, very young. And so to be able to go with her and experience that for her first time as well, I think just kind of led to how special of a place that is.
Yeah.
Now, do you like it? What did you get to see the Pope, or did you
Yes.
go on Sunday? Oh, you did. Nice.
Yes, it was. We actually went into it. So my mom, she has grown up very Catholic. So like that was her number one item on her bucket list was to go to the Basilica, and she wanted to see the Pope. Well, we went in August, which is when Italy is usually on summer vacation. And so all of a sudden we're like a week out, and I'm looking at the schedule and it says he's not scheduled for any general audiences, anything. And I'm like, oh no, do we reschedule? Like, what do we do? So we ended up like looking up different things that we could do in the event that he was not there. And as it started, we were already in Rome, and I kept looking at the website, and all of a sudden I don't remember, the papal audience showed up, and then the other event where he comes out through his window in his residence. So we were able to go to that. And then she was like, oh my gosh, my life is complete. This is great. And then I kept looking, and another one showed up for a general audience. So we showed up super early, and they had been, since it was really hot out, they did it inside of the smaller church. So it was already sold out, but they started like ushering people into the Basilica. And long story short, somehow I was trying to go get coffee in the amount of time before he would have come into the Basilica. So I, trying to make my way through, and I found front row seats. So I caught my mom to come up, and we sat there. And so we got to see from the front row him come through and shake people's hands. And so that was probably like the highlight of her experience for sure. And it was really, really fun to be part of that and see him in person. And, so
Well,
that
we have a follow-up question by Teresa, who's been to Rome about 8 times. I've been to Rome about 3. But she asked, what was your favorite food, and what were you looking? What did you like the best? You and your mom.
It was my personal favorite that I could not stop ordering was the cacio e pepe. I became obsessed with it. Which turns out to, I guess it does exist in restaurants here as well, but I had never had that. And so I was really obsessed with that. But then my mom really liked the pizza. So we would mix and match while we were at places, but those were the top 2. And then the gelato, for sure, the gelato.
Well, I don't know if you tried it, but they have the greatest custard.
Oh, I did not try it.
Oh, Allie, you'll never want anything else. It was, I didn't want, if we were 12 people on there, I would definitely go, you don't want the custard, right? It's no good, right? Give it to me. I'll take it. It is the greatest. I have never tasted custard better than in Rome.
I missed out then.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. Next time you go to Rome, you have to try custard, regular custard, and they just bring it. They bring in nice fancy. They don't put all the gook on it. It's just amazing. It's just really amazing. So try that when you do go back. So, but no, the story. So let me ask you now: are you well addressed to? Like, in other words, you'll follow you can talk about like the Stanley Cup Finals and all of that. Are you well addressed to everything that's going on? Then
I try to be.
Okay, so I have a question. What do you think in a proud franchise like the New York Rangers? What do you think has to be done? And I'm just flabbergasted. I have no answers anymore. They came out with a statement to their season ticket holders that we're going to be doing, stay firm, but we're going to be doing this, probably getting rid of all the veterans and this and that. What do you see there? What do you think is the problem, and what went wrong?
It's hard because it's like, I think there's so much put into drafts, and you're drafting people at 17, 18 years old, and it's all on potential of what they could become. And sometimes it works out and you get a Macklin Celebrini, a Connor Bedard, a Sidney Crosby, Connor McDavid, the list goes on. And sometimes it just doesn't come to fruition, or it's just all about how you create your system around the personnel that you have to make them the most successful. And if you're trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, and fighting a system that you don't have the personnel for, that isn't going to work. And not saying that that's what's going on with the Rangers, but I think it is a very complicated set of solutions and ways to go, because in your mind you can make everything make sense. And if we just had this guy, or if we just had this guy, but are they going to mesh with the other players on the team? Are they going to, is this system going to work? And so that's where it gets really complicated. And I think you see some of the, newer programs like Vegas, who came in right away and was successful. And, how were they able to build that team, taking in so much star power and making them work together? So I think it's a really tough thing to solve. And it certainly won't get solved overnight, because there are so many moving pieces, and you have to see how all of those pieces fit together. But, I know New York, especially the Rangers, is such an incredible place to play, that so many people want to be in that environment. And who doesn't want to play at Madison Square Garden and live in New York City and Manhattan? So there's definitely a lot of people that want to be there. It's just, how do you find the right mix to accomplish all of the goals that you've set forth and get back to that Stanley Cup?
I think one of the things that is really hurting them is the Lafreniere. Lafreniere, he was touted as the next best, Marc Messier, and I still think the talent's there. It's got to come out, but they have great goaltending. Of course, Cesare, he got hurt. But I just hope it's not a long because the fans are so, I used to do three things in Madison Square Garden. I used to run tours,
Okay.
and I was security, and I did a lot of things for the fans and all. And they are so passionate. They know every seat. They know every inch of like me, I said, you might as well do the tour. I don't have to do it. You guys know every inch of this place, and it's heartbreaking because of the fact that, Rangers are the original six, and, what has happened. And it's so, it's very, I don't know. It's just emotional. I guess I'm a little emotional because, I really expected something big from this team, and unfortunately, they just went sour. Who do you like? Who you like, and who are you picking for the Stanley Cup?
That is tough. Florida's had such a run lately, but they're also kind of on a downward run right now. But their talent is just top notch. I would love to see Edmonton win, just because, of how all of the success that Connor McDavid has had and coming so close. But I wouldn't put my money there, I would say. I would probably this year put my money on the Avalanche.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah, with McKinnon, Makar. They have all of the pieces, and they're just really fun to watch. But speaking of fun to watch, I also like to watch the Sharks, because Celebrini and Will Smith and that group is just, they're fun to watch.
Well, as we get closer to all the playoffs and everything, first of all, I'm just thrilled that you came on, and you're so very knowledgeable and such a great inspiration and a great player. We would love to have you back. Anytime you want to come back, our show is open to you. You are more than welcome anytime. It would, and especially around the playoffs or the trade deadline, you could take, I would love to talk to you about the fury of trades, and let's see,
Yeah.
let's say even talk about the Rangers of what obviously a couple of big names are going to be out of New York very soon. Sabanajam might go. Panarin, I think, is just as good as gone. So maybe like with the trade deadline coming up in March or whatever. And of course, as we get to the Cup, we would love and anything that you like to you do or whatever. If you have any promotions or anything you like to promote, let us know, because I'd love to put it on our community. Listen, you were nice enough to come on our show, so we want to say thank you, and whatever we can do, promote or just say thank you to you, we would like to do that.
Thank you very much. Well, yeah, just let me know. I'd be happy to come on again and chat hockey, all things, and have some fun with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and,
that would be great. And if we do, now we're doing Yankee games. We do play-by-play.
Okay.
We simulcast now 2 channels. It'll be the first time. It'll be with another host, the Yankees, The Ugly Truth with Ken. And so we did that. We're going to have the Super Bowl on Sunday, play-by-play by our very own Evan. And I'm definitely looking to do something with hockey. So if we, whenever you have the time, we would love to get your voice and hear what you have to say. And if we do a hockey game, maybe you could hop on. You said you're that's why I asked you about the color commentating or announcing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because you have the voice, you have a great voice for it.
Thank you.
And that would, that would really be an honor to have you on. That would be great.
Yeah, definitely. Let me know. I'd love to.
Sean, do you have any questions? Because I know you're a little bit busy today, but we just thank you for the time and the effort you took for us. Sean,
right before you go, there's a question that just popped up in the chat from the Bronx Bomber. He was saying, what is your thoughts on Matthew Schaefer of the Islanders?
Oh, he's incredible. He is so fun to watch. And I think he is the exact kind of what we were talking about of, you draft these young kids and kind of hope that they're going to become what you can. And he has stepped in with such a high level of maturity. And I mean, I think it's every other day you're seeing a highlight of him back checking, on an empty net, saving a goal, and then turning around and being the guy that scores the game winner. So I think he's incredible to watch. I think, even though he's Canadian, I was hoping to see him get that spot on the Olympic team for Canada. But he's definitely a special player that I think will really just kind of, help expand the Islanders and beyond with his talent and his maturity.
Wow.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, Ken, this is Ken. He's saying thank you to you for sharing everything with you on our stream. He is the gentleman. He is the creator of the Yankees, The Ugly Truth, and we're simulcasting both. Our first game actually is February 21st. So if you get a chance, we'd love to get to what you think, and you can always definitely hop on for us. And I, first of all, everybody Nitin brings on here are aces. When I say that it can't go any better, it just keeps getting better. And you're absolutely aces. We're very proud of you. That's number one. We thank you for all you've done for women's hockey, and you keep going. And we're here. We'll back you up, whatever you need. And to my heart, what you said to Grayson, my nephew, means so much to me, and I really would totally appreciate you. We all do here, and we need more like you. I'm a big advocate of women in sports. I love it. I want more of it. I want more announcing. I want more. It's what I like about I don't know if you like the WWE. But they give a lot of opportunity to all the announcers, to the obviously the lady superstar wrestlers and the backstage announcers. That to me is where it's at. The MLB network, they have Lauren Shahadi. The Yankees have Meredith Marakowitz. There's so many.
Susan Waldman,
who's a fixture. But we need more of it, and we need a change. I want women umpires. I want it all. I want everybody to have the equal chance to do whatever they want to do. Just because it's a men's sport or it's a whatever, that doesn't look what happened in the WWE. To me, it's more entertaining with the women than it is with the men now.
Oh
And
yeah.
not because they're good looking. I mean, it doesn't matter. That helps. But I mean, the entertainment part of it is just amazing, and kudos to people like you, because it makes a difference. That's what we need in sports. I'm tired of the same things. We need something. And when I heard, like the A's, Sacramento A's now, they have a woman lead television announcer. That's fantastic. Where is that? We want that. I'm tired of the same old thing. Let's do this. Let's get a women's hockey league. There should be, there's the NBA and the WNBA. Let's have NHL and a WNHL, whatever it takes. I mean,
well, they do have an NHW or NWHL.
The PWHL.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're PWHL.
Something out there and all. So, but I don't mean to. All I'm trying to do is just tell you how proud we are of you and
Thank you.
Sports. So it means a lot to us.
Thank you very much.
So we would definitely, and thank you. God bless you, your family, your friends, everybody that surrounds you, and we're really looking forward to having you again. And again, if there's anything you need to promote or you want to promote, you have my email, our email here, NYA. Okay, as long as you have that, we'd love for you to use it. We'll put it on our community, something, whatever. We'd be more than happy to promote it for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh,
and thank you so much for taking time from your.
And let me know when you go to Rome. We might join you.
All right. I'll let you know.
Have a great day.
All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you. What a great interview, guys. Allie was tremendous. Sean, you were great. Thank you, everyone, for being so courteous. We really appreciate that. She was wonderful. Wow. Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Sean, what's your take?
No, I mean, yeah, she was really awesome. It was a great interview. It was a blast. Time went by quick, but
yeah,
she has a lot of knowledge, and it wasn't just but I mean, the way she broke it down with hockey and then the speed skating and just how the different competitions and the competitives, and it's really interesting. And I'm also thinking if there's a way we can promote the women's professional hockey and help get that to be a big thing in sports, that would be awesome, because like you said, there should be more women's professional sports, but also they should have more women involved in professional sports, period. I mean, there's a lot of women fans that know more than men fans. There's a lot of women commentators. They know a lot more than but and then hey, MLB did have a female umpire in the major leagues last year.
Yes.
One game. I hope she gets to do more games.
And hopefully
the
Yankee minor league manager, then she went on to another organization. So
right.
That's what I'm excited with this show, because I'm not going to spoil some surprises, but the heights that we're going, I am just very, very happy, very proud, and I'm just the heights that they can bring us is just endless, and they don't know how powerful they really are, and all they need is a chance. Just show them. It was like, again, I always take the version of WWE or WWF at the time. It was fading, and then all of a sudden they bring in Wendy Richter. They brought in people like Trish Stratus, Miss Elizabeth, and Moolah. Moolah was there for hundreds of years. They needed to make a change, right? All of them made a difference.
Yeah, and then even China, she became a superstar in her own right.
China, yeah. I mean, it was just amazing. And how about a woman main event at WrestleMania that
Mm-hmm.
that is they have to be proud of that. And
Oh yeah.
Stephanie McMahon did a great job in starting the whole dedication, and we need more of that. We really
Well,
do. I
and,
want to
and
catch up with Bill O said, sorry I missed the show. Bill O, no problem. As soon as we go off, wait about 15 minutes and 15 or 20 minutes, and you'll be able to see the whole show anytime you want. She came on at 11:30, by the way. So go 30 minutes into the show, and she was a great interview, Bill. She really was. And you'll be happy. She talked about food in Rome. What she liked and all that, but I don't want to ruin it for you. So go and watch it, and enjoy it. Of course, press the like button, and anybody that's new here, please subscribe. Sean and I think that more Sean did a great job with this interview. Sean is getting very see, every day it just keeps getting better and better. And
oh no, you were great. Don't sell yourself short. And then hey, the chat, they were awesome too. They knocked it out of the park. I mean, they were great questions. And yeah, the chat really loved Allie, and no, she was awesome. Would love to have her back. And Nathan always keeps bringing us the best of the
when they
best.
say it gets, and I mean, we have Phil Cuzzy tomorrow, guys. Phil Cuzzy, the best umpire, I believe, in Major League Baseball for the last 30 years. Do you know what? You know how it's not that easy to get the umpires on these shows.
No,
And that goes to show you that Nitin believes in us. Nitin swears by us, and he's out there right now telling people about our show. And what can we say? And Jobber in the Mouth. They've created a monster. They're 100. They're 100 in the ratings now, and of all the shows that are on the internet, on podcasts. So I mean, it's doing something right. And the mere fact that he's taking a chance on us, that we're not even a year old, means the world to me. And I will not let him. I refuse to let him down. I will do everything, the last ounce of blood that I have, to make him proud that he took us, and he's staying with us, and he's making the show grow to the point where we're going to be going on location soon. On location. Can you imagine, Sean? And you got to come from Florida. You don't have a choice. You've got to get your buns to New York.
hey, I will.
Michael, welcome. How you doing? Getting some good guests here on Mania. Well, it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better. Phil Cuzzy tomorrow. We have an actress, a big time actress that's coming on Thursday night. We have another actress with Chef Nick on Thursday night at 8 p.m. The list goes on. And then in the future, I can't even tell you what's coming on. There's just so much. And that all leads into February 21st, when the Yankees, The Ugly Truth, and NY Yankee Mania are as one, as we give you Yankee baseball just about every day of the week, guys. Doesn't get any better than that. It does not. Sean?
No, I mean, yeah.
You have to be excited.
Oh, I'm excited. And then also we got another guest for Friday night that Nathan booked us for the NBA show.
Yep. We have all. There's so much going on. I can't keep up with it. Right. All I know is I just keep making links and links and links and links.
Well, yeah, no, guys. If you haven't already caught it, that baseball fever is coming, and we got spring training in a couple weeks. It's a lot of things going on. The Super Bowl on Sunday, the Olympics, which is gonna be awesome, epic in Milan, Italy, and a I mean, and then you got spring training right around the deal. We're gonna try and cover everything as it happens, unfold. NBA, trade deadlines coming, the All-Star break, all that stuff. We got you covered. And then also Ken, if you have not already checked Ken from the Ugly Truth, Yankees, the Ugly Truth, he put out a short this morning. Go check it out. Um,
Yep.
and then also, you know, Jabba in the Mouth they're gonna keep checking them out. It's awesome. Jabba Chamberlain is phenomenal, and they always have great content over there.
Oh yeah,
What are you?
100%. I want
You
to give
know,
them an example. So February 16th, we have two-time Super Bowl champion Gary Reasons that's going to be coming on live with us at 10:30 a.m. We're also going to have, how about a no-hitter extraordinaire coming on February 17th, Tommy Green of the Philadelphia Phillies, just to name you a few of the guests that are coming on. And also Howie Carpin, baseball expert extraordinaire for the last 30 years. And what about, let's see what I'm trying to get the date here. We're going to have a special a comedian, actress, a beautiful actress, Eugenia Guzamina. She's going to be with us Thursday night, everyone. Have your questions ready. She's a beautiful actress. She's done from Russia. She's done a lot of American movies. She's got a great career. I've been reading over all the stuff. Unbelievable. And again, that's all brought to you by Nitin and his group. It just keeps getting better and better, everyone. So all I ask is to tell your friend. I know a lot of you are subscribed. Just tell your friends, your family members. Reach it out if you have TikTok or if you have Instagram. Let everybody know about the show. Just say, hey, even if you're not listening to it, subscribe to it, because the more YouTube sees, the more they send it out. They want it, we want to give a big day for Evan on Sunday. I am doing everything in my power to let everybody around the country know about this show. We're gonna have a pretty decent day for it. We're gonna have a lot of things going on. We will be here for halftime. I am still working on a few things for the halftime. So guys, you got to rah it. And we got to give a lot of people give a lot of praise to Evan. Evan is doing a wonderful job announcing these games. But what a thrill to announce on the airwaves all around the country the Super Bowl. I mean, that is an honor and something I believe he'll cherish forever, and he'll take with him wherever he goes, and hopefully he'll always be with us. So, and Sean, again, you've done so much, and you are going to be working on a Yankee history show. You're doing history on with your channel. Why don't you let the people know what you do with the channel before we end this wonderful stream? Go ahead.
yeah. Well, yeah, we're working on the NY Yankee History channel, which is soon to come once everything settles down. And we'll give you more information on that. But that's going to be awesome, where we get to cover the history of the Yankees through the years, through the decades. We're going to talk about different players and different other things. But also with my channel, The True Historian, recently I'm working on getting a short on another Medal of Honor recipient from the Vietnam War, Major William Adams. He got it posthumously, but in the Vietnam era. But I'm gonna put that out. He was a helicopter pilot during Vietnam. And a heroic mission that ended up taking his life. But also I'm gonna cover other different events in history through different shorts and videos. So you guys go to my channel and check it out. You guys will find great content on I'm working on putting it out, but I'm trying to make sure that it's relatable for everyone and they can understand it. Because sometimes in history you got to weed out a lot of the background noise to get at it. So
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. But you're doing a really good job, and again, kudos also to Ken for giving you different ideas and structuring it. And what do we do without Ken? You
no,
tell me.
I don't know, but Ken is awesome. His whole
Again,
family's awesome. They help out a lot of people, but also, guys, in this chat, you guys make this special. Charles, I'm gonna be working with him for the NY Yankee history channel or show. It's gonna be a part of this. And he's really excited about it. But we're gonna still work out the details. But it's gonna be pumped out because you know what? We're fans of one of the most iconic and special teams in all of sports,
mm-hmm.
and the New York Yankees. And we're gonna highlight things and we appreciate it. And we got another special year coming up. I mean, I'm telling you, guys, stay tuned because this year, 2026, is gonna be like off the charts. I don't know. I just got this feeling that it's gonna be a lot of great things that happen in this year, special things, and we're going to look back, I don't know, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and we're going to be like, yeah, I remember that 2026 year. And, and
No,
that guy, Joe, he called it, but yeah, no, I mean, because guys, whether the lockout happens or not in 2027, let's just appreciate baseball
yeah.
and enjoy the ride. It's going to be a great year.
Yep. And also, I just like to say, with that historian stuff, if anybody else wants to chime in and give their thoughts or give an idea, by all means do that, and I will send that off to Sean, or you can talk to him directly.
Yeah.
Have you guys get in touch with him. But first, you have to go to joeyankees28@gmail.com. joeyankees28@gmail.com. If you have an idea that you like to throw on there for the guy, for Charles and Sean, by all means, you want to get involved. They will talk to you. It's open. It's open season, guys. We're gonna have a lot, and and then of course we can't forget about Chef Nick. I don't really like promoting myself because that's not what I do. But Chef Nick is going to have a show where he's going to interview me for part 2. If you didn't see part 1, I urge you to do it, not because I'm a big shot. It's because I feel that there's a lot of content and a lot of smart things that I would love for you to hear and follow. And there's going to be more on part 2, which will be February 12th at 8 p.m. Thursday night. Next Thursday night. But this one, this Thursday we're gonna have Chef Nick in our entertainment portion of NY Mania with the very talented and beautiful Caterina Michio. They're going to be talking about recipes, things you can put on the table, where you can go to watch it to watch the Super Bowl. So guys, we're open for everything. As far as the rest of the day, guys, we'll play it by ear. If I get an okay from Nitin and he could give us an update from the Super Bowl happenings, we'll put together a show for you. If the Yankees make any news, we will definitely let you in, and we'll do a show. I'll do a short. I'll come on here to let everybody know what's going on. As of right now, we come back on the air tomorrow. We'll come back around 3:30, right? Because at 4:00, Phil Cuzzy comes on, and then there's a break for dinner, and then we're going to have on Howie Carpin. Then, so in the next 2 days, we're going to have 4 shows, everyone, and possibly a 5th one later on today. Let's hope the Yankees do something. If they do something, we will be here for you. Lou says, do these guests do these interviews for free? Yes, they do. Most everybody that we've had on, and everybody that goes on all the big time shows, yes, because I mean, it's talking about themselves, it's promoting themselves, and to be quite honest with you, and you're my family. If I had to pay for somebody to come on, no. Why would I do that? And then what makes them better than everybody else that will come on because they want to promote the show, they want to promote themselves. So I am not an advocate of you want to come on our show here and charge? No, that ain't happening. I'm sorry. I don't care who it is. First of all, you'd have to be, you really think somebody like, Michael Kay and all of them, you're gonna, I want so much to come on your show. There's thousands and millions of people you can put on the show. And I'm glad that you said that, and I'm glad that I'm telling you the truth. I will not put somebody on, not because being cheap or anything, but it's nip and tuck. We help each other. We're not here. We're not here to you're the greatest, and I got to pay you to come on my show. No, I wouldn't do that. I'd have to be out of my mind. I'm sorry. I tell you the truth.
Bill O put an interesting take on the Yankee season.
Bill O, okay. Judge and Stanton hit 50 bombs this year. Jazz 40-40. Dominguez, if he's still with the club, hits 20 plus bombs. Belly 30 bombs. Cabby steals 50 plus bases. Volpe hits 285. If Volpe hits 285, man, I will be the happiest guy on the internet.
Hey,
I'll be happy if he does 250. We'll do hat dances at Macy's window.
If Volpe does hit 285 or close to it, you know what? It's gonna really go be ordered at a lot of restaurants.
The Volpicelli.
Chicken parm.
Or the Volpicelli. There'll be a wine of the Volpicelli.
Yeah, but there's gonna be a lot of orders for chicken parmesan.
That is cool. Yeah, no, that is very, very cool. But everyone, thanks so much for being here. You guys are terrific. We love you. And Volpe for president. Oh, okay. All right, Lou, you got it. So that's the deal for today, everyone. There is a possibility we're going to come back. We're waiting on Nathan to let us know if he'd be available. If he comes on with a day 2 Super Bowl update, we'll come on. And the reason why we wouldn't come on, as I've told you in the past, I don't like to keep repeating ourselves. We don't want to get stale. We do not want to get stale, and we want to give you good information and fresh information. And otherwise, for me, I'd be on 24 hours. But I will not do that. I will not let you get tired of hearing the same thing. So I'd rather not be on and go on with something big as opposed to going on and being stale. And that's the only reason why I won't come on. Look, if we have 2 shows tomorrow, we have a morning show, then we have an afternoon show, then we have it gets, Mania's on again. Mania's on again. Mania's on. If we're going to be on, it's got to make sense. It's got to be, we have a great interview. Boom. Listen, the 9:30 show is always going to be on. But if we're going to be on 2-3 times in a Yankee game, understand why we can't do it, because we're building up for the other shows too. But the morning show is very, very important. I'm not saying no, but you can only do so much. If the Yankees can get on a winning streak and stay hot, look out. Yeah, Michael, I like that. Welcome again to the show. Anybody that missed the interview, give it about a half hour, an hour, and you'll be able to take a look at it. And now it depends. It all depends how fast YouTube downloads it and lets it free. So, Sean, some final thoughts before we end this really nice stream. Go ahead.
No, guys, no, thanks for everything. Once again, Allie was great. And yeah, guys, you guys were awesome, respectful. Y'all had great questions. We covered a lot of things in sports. There's a lot of craziness this week and the next week. But let's go Team USA in the Olympics, and let's go Yankees. And guys, continue to rock on. Let's go Wild.
Yeah, and before we go, we do have some people that want to shine in about our show. So just give me a minute, and we have some new people that wants to rock the show, and here we go.
I'm Marnie Schneider. I'm the author of Football Freddy and Fumble the Dog, Game Day in the USA, and also the author of Baseball Billy and Bunt the Dog, Game Day with the New York Yankees. And I am so excited to be part of the New York Yankee Mania show. Thanks, everyone.
Hey, everybody. It's Jason from NY Yankee Mania. Please like, share, subscribe. Only great things to come. And everybody, please join the fun because you're not going to want to miss out on this ride.
Let's see.
Hi, this is Ken from Yankees The Ugly Truth. You're on live with Joe at NY Yankee Mania. Enjoy the adventure.
I'm Kayla Walsh, and you're watching NY Yankee Mania.
Hi, this is Bernie Kosar, NFL legend, national championship, University of Miami quarterback, Cleveland Browns quarterback, Super Bowl with the Dallas Cowboys, and finished up with the Miami Dolphins. I'm loving it, and you're watching New York Mania. You matter.
I'm Kayla Walsh, and you're
I got that one already.
What is up, everybody? It is Evan from NY Yankee Mania. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the show. We have Yankees news, overall baseball news, basketball, entertainment, and everything else. Come along for the ride. It's music to your ears.
Hello, everybody. This is Bip Roberts, former Major League ball player, and you're watching New York Yankee Mania. Enjoy. What a great show.
Well, that was awesome, everyone. Just to give you a little chat on how these people think about us and really care about us. We really appreciate it, and not to leave out another very important
This
person.
This is Mr. Ramachandra from the NR Media. You're listening to NY Yankee Mania. Like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce myself or reintroduce myself. My name is Chef Nick. I am here for you. This is NY Yankee Mania, NY Mania for the entertainment purposes. Please smash, like, punch, stomp, jump on the like button, subscribe, share. Please do any domestic violence as you can in a polite way. You guys are the savages in the NY Yankee Mania. I am your chef to your savage to your cabbage. I will shred you like coleslaw. Let's do this. You guys are my rock stars. You guys are my chefs. I love you all. Let's rock on. We got this, baby. Chef's kiss, baby. Let's do this.
And finally,
hi, my name is Maria Venuto, and you are watching New York Yankee Mania.
well, I can't thank everybody enough, everyone. It's been great. And looking forward to hopefully coming back and having another stream today, guys. Hang in there. We will make an announcement a little bit later on. Sean, I hope you're available when we do go on a little bit later on. And worst comes to worst, everyone, unless there's a Yankee dealings or whatever, 3:30 tomorrow afternoon, everyone, 3:30. Come and rock with us, because at 4:00, you're going to be able to ask the best umpire in Major League Baseball right now, Phil Cuzzi. And he's agreed to be with us. He's looking forward to it. And he's my paisan, Mr. Italiano. So Everyone, thank you. God bless you all. God bless America. Let's go Yankees. Stay healthy. Have a great morning brunch, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and hopefully we will see you later. We'll try not to disappoint. Talk to you later, everyone. Nitin, keep having a great time in the Super Bowl, and let's rock on. Sean, you have a wonderful day. Take care, everyone. Let's go Yankees, and let's go pick somebody up, man. Garrett Cole, we need you.